2. Hello, everyone. Welcome back inside of Destiny, the Taken King. Nick here with Degenerate Gaming. That is the SolTitan, and we are back here for our dual Nightfall podcast. And the Nightfall this week is the Undying Mind here on Mars. And we don't have a silent partner today, so we're going to end up two-manning this. We might run a little bit long, but that's just more time for us to rant and bitch and rave anyways. So, without further ado, we're going to get into a couple of topics here, mostly revolving around Iron Banner and some stuff that came out in the weekly update. And yeah, we'll kick it off with Iron Banner coming back around. Sol, what do you think about that?
Well, it's going to be Clash, and I'm excited about that just because if I play solo, I can actually play, like I discussed in last week's.
Yeah, and that's
have as much fun.
It's I don't know. I rather like playing Clash. I mean, whether I play in solo or not.
Yeah, same here. Just because you don't have to really focus on an objective, it's just kills. Which objective modes are fun, but it's nice to mix it up with their rotation.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I mean, personally, I prefer Clash more over the objective game modes, but really, I rather prefer all of them. Honestly, I mean,
Right. Maybe like a rotation of all three. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we could see that in the future.
And I mean, they do it with six. The 6v6 playlist. I don't see why it would be a real big issue to do it. As all the bounties and stuff like that really don't. They don't really have anything to do with, the particular game mode, or like your normal Crucible bounties would. So I don't really see why they couldn't do it. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, obviously they're probably not going to change that anytime soon, but even at least the fact that they rotate, between game modes is nice because, like last time we had it, it was Rift, and honestly, I never played a whole lot of Rift until that point.
Same here.
And I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's definitely a team-based game mode. Holy shit! I just got surprised by an invisible asshole. I had a lot of fun with it, and definitely, like I said, a team-based game mode, and you definitely had those spells. Like if you tried to play solo, you were going to get worked over quite a bit, but it was still a lot of fun, with having people to play with.
I almost killed myself with a sleeper in the bubble.
We can't have that. Also, I mean, like when we talk about Iron Banner, we're talking about the bounties. And me and you had kind of had a discussion about this before. I almost wish that they would kind of do. Oh wow, what the hell! I just got smoked with an Axion dart. I wish they would kind of do something different with the bounties. Like we said, maybe. I mean, obviously, if we wanted our idea of a rotating game mode playlist, this wouldn't work. But maybe switch some things up because the bounties seem, the more and more we do them, they seem really vanilla. They're always the same thing. Maybe have some different variety in them, so different things to kind of work towards would be nice. And really, I mean, even some more rewards, honestly. Through the bounty system, maybe kind of something like along the lines of how Trials is done with the packages. I mean, the rank 3 and rank 5 packages are nice, but let's face it. I mean, that's just Iron Banner is a ridiculous grind, and having to do all that work just to get there is, well, it's rather a pain in the ass. And really, I mean, for most players, it's really not worth it because you're not even guaranteed anything that's 320.
Right. I mean, you could get like a 310, even a 310 Iron Banner Ghost Cell, which, well, actually, I think they might do Ghost Cells including with it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I've had them drop pretty high, and believe me, I mean, the Ghost Shells are nice. You definitely need that at this stage, but I mean, we're all looking for weapons and things that are above, in that 310 to 320 range, and we can't get them dropped from actual game modes. The highest I think I've seen anything drop is definitely under 310. I've never even seen anything drop 310, which is kind of bullshit in my opinion, but really, and I think that's another thing they should fix, but we'll kind of dive into that here in a second. But yeah, I mean, you got to give us some reason to play, though. I mean, maybe a chance at an exotic. The PlayStation exclusive armor really is the only thing that I'm missing out of everything.
Yeah.
And outside of that,
also, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and outside of that, I really, that and the sniper rifle, the only things that I don't have, and that's really my only reason for playing. That's how it was the last time. It was like I was looking to get to rank 4 to get a weapon, and after that, I was basically done.
Right. Yeah, once I got rank 5 on all 3 characters, I really didn't play unless I wanted a good, roll on a gun from after roll 4, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, I almost had everything. Yeah, just the sniper rifle is really all I missed. But yeah, maybe it would be nice. Yeah, increase the light levels that you can get it on fixing to die.
Well, even from like Lord Saladin selling it, I don't understand why it, oh shit. I don't understand why he's got to sell it at 280, and then you got to infuse it up there, because really, in order to make the gear compete with the other stuff that you have, it needs to be up in that 310 to 320 range, unless you're just using it in everyday Crucible, and really that just kind of takes away from the variety of the game and kind of limits your choices, because in something like Iron Banner or Trials, you're going to use, your highest light level gun, or, what you're, if you're in a position where you're right on the verge of like that 310, 309 damage buff or damage increase and decrease, you're going to go with, whatever puts you at the highest light. And that's not always the case of the weapons you want to use. And that's kind of the issue I take with it.
Yeah, I might have to disagree with you on that part about where he sells the guns higher than 280, because they allow players just level 40. As long as they're level 40, it doesn't matter light level. For example, what if they just hit 40 for the first time and their light is like 250? I know that's kind of, I don't know, it's not too smart to be 240 and be an Iron Banner, but I have, so I'm that one person. But I don't know, higher than 300 maybe, that'll give maybe more of a boost. I mean, I understand how they need the boost, but maybe higher than 310 would be, I wouldn't say ridiculous, but more than needed.
Well, and maybe even, what I mean, just have them drop in regular game modes for wins.
Right.
Above,
okay,
at above 310.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm just kind of throwing ideas out there, and who, it probably would never happen. But at the same time, people at this point are playing because they want to get to 320, and there's only so many avenues that we can go that route. What in the fuck is shooting at me?
There's a hobgoblin up there. I'm on top where this heavy is.
And really, the whole package system is kind of flawed, as we can really only get one of them.
Right.
Let me clear these ads out.
See,
and I'll come get you.
You still get the 310 artifact from the rank 3 package, but now, I mean, who needs a 310 artifact when there's the challenge modes that are out?
Well, exactly, with
10 or 320 artifact.
Yeah, that basically renders it useless.
Right. I mean, every time I get one, I either save it if I need it for a smaller character, or I just dismantle it.
Right.
Maybe.
You want the $70?
Yeah. Hold on, let me maybe maybe a 310 weapon or armor or something, and then maybe for the rank 5 package higher than 310.
Well, or you
don't
could
have
just
the chance
you could
for exotic.
you could probably make it. Why not just make it unique to Iron Banner? You know, I mean, they all have like there's certain things between the different classes. Why can't they make something, you know, like PvP oriented for the buff on the relic? You know, I don't, and I really don't see, you know, the problem with that either.
Oh man. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of the Black Thrall coming at you.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have pushed out that play. I forgot I didn't have a rocket, because usually I just shoot him with a rocket and all 3 wizards die.
Yeah, but I think something. I got golden gun. I'm just gonna push with, and you can follow up with a heavy. You ready?
Alright, yeah, yeah. Nice,
And I don't really know why they can't do something like along the lines of you know, PvP oriented. Like we saw like the new perks on you know, on the armor last time, where they had like certain things for certain game modes control, or you know, have one be like increased agility while being the relic runner and riff. You know, just something simple like that, and they don't have to go crazy and make it completely overpowered where it, you know, makes the game unfair. But they definitely could do something along that lines.
Right. Maybe even add something where, let's say you're playing control. When you get a kill while an enemy is near your flag, maybe give you at least, you know, small things that can increase reload speed. That would help. Maybe increase damage for 3 seconds. Maybe give it like crowd control. I don't know. You know, just a variety of things like that.
Yeah, or even maybe like, I don't know, even maybe like increase super energy or something like that. Which, I mean, obviously, if it's, you know, too much in any which way, shape, or form, it's, you know, a little overpowered. But, you know, throw us somewhat of a bone here. I'm probably going to get... Oh, nice, they despawn. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The rank 3 package really is, you know, kind of pointless at this point. And it's... Be nice if they would change something with it. You know, I mean, obviously, we still have a lot of fun in Iron Banner. However, you know, I mean, little simple changes would be nice. Just, you know, to the reward system and everything else. And I understand that most people are, you know, trying to achieve that, you know, 320 light level, and it's just, it's a pain in the ass to always have to go into challenge mode to get there, because really that's the only way to get, you know, any 320 weapons and armor consistently.
Yeah, and like we said last week, a lot of people barely have time to get 1 raid in a week, so...
Well, yeah, I know I don't, and I'm at the point now where I just go in for challenge mode, and then, you know, that's it for me. Because I have other projects and stuff that I'm working on, and really, I mean, Destiny hasn't really had a lot of content for me to really, you know, to keep my interest in it. We'll save that heavy box.
Alright, yeah.
You know, so it's, I mean, at that point, like I did yesterday, I just did 2 challenge modes, and that was it. I had no ambition to really do the raid, other than obviously challenge mode. Which side are you gonna camp on? That side?
I'm gonna sit left real quick.
Yeah, we should probably stick together. That way we can grab revives and kind of defend each other. Some more, well, noteworthy news anyway. Earlier in the week, oh shit, there's a grenade. It appears that one of the lead writers from Mass Effect had left BioWare and came over to Bungie, apparently. And Sol, I know you said you hadn't played a whole lot of Mass Effect, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out here who have and are kind of familiar with the franchise. I've played it, and I think this is an awesome, awesome thing for Destiny. As it really, you know, we all know about the story in Destiny being real bland in year one and the whole, you know, reset shit show that, you know, where they basically had everything out there that they wanted, and then they had to basically go back to the drawing board with it.
Right. I'm just gonna go and apologize to any background noise that you might hear. It's kind of hectic around here, so just a pre-warning or pre-apology.
Well, and anyways, back to what I was saying. But yeah, if you've ever played Mass Effect, the story is very rich and very layered. You know, I mean, Mass Effect really has a lot of things that I think that Destiny could learn, and would make this game better, or not necessarily learn, but that would make this game a lot better. And as far as the experience, like the rich layered story, I don't think, you know, is something that, you know, it definitely could have. You know, Destiny has the lore, you know, to really go very in depth with different things. And like, so me and you, we often find ourselves just going to Destinypedia and reading on different shit that, you know, is involved with this game. And the real sad part is there's no way to really find that in game, which is another thing that Mass Effect has, where it, you know, you can go to something in the options menu and you can read all that from there. Yeah, I died getting ammo. There's a bunch of goblins and a hobgoblin coming your way.
Is one of the perks grounded?
Yes.
Alright, so I don't need to jump.
Because that's actually, I forgot about that. I just got smoked in midair. I'm ready in 2, 1, whenever you get here.
Alright, yeah, I'm making my way back around. Ooh. I almost have a bubble too if I can just get that up, because the major should be spawning soon.
Yeah, just keep it. But yeah, and I mean, they did it. I don't know how much Destiny you played in year one, Soul. I can't remember what you said, but I mean, you just actually played through the story, you know, again. I mean, would you agree that the story, you know, in year one really wasn't that good, and that the Taken King kind of improved on that?
I had to grab heavy. Yeah, like I said. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody is solar guns, so careful. There's a lot over there. But yeah, I basically, a month before Taking King, I finished the regular story mission. And I finished the regular story mission, and I pretty much just gave up then. I didn't give up, I just quit. I found something else that I was interested in. And then I came back a week before Taking King, and that's when I finally got the PlayStation 4, so then I upgraded to that, and yeah, I really don't have much experience, but I can tell, you know, even from stuff that I've heard, that Taking King is getting better. It does. I might have gone off topic. This is chaos with wiping. What were you? Alright.
Wow.
Oh man, he just tore you apart.
Yeah, literally, he did.
Alright, I'm just gonna save him so I can get the revive.
Yeah, so, and we'll see. I mean, at this point, you know, who knows why the guy actually got left BioWare to come to Bungie, and there's no guarantee that he'll actually, you know, it'll actually pay dividends, and they were headed in the right direction anyways. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with all this new content, or new updates, and, you know, the spring and fall content that we're supposed to be getting. and we talked on it a little bit last week when they announced it all. We still don't know what's going to be what and what we're actually going to get. Let's hold down this right side. I think we'll have a little bit more room to maneuver.
Oh yeah.
I think, and really it's just a waiting game at this point because we don't really know what we're going to see, what we're going to get, if they're going to bring anything back. From as far as the old content, I really hope they do. I know that's something we talk about quite a bit. I mean, it would be awesome to have that stuff to play again and have it be meaningful and rewarding, and more avenues to get the gear and stuff that we want.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend earlier today how easy it would sound, just to bring everything back. Yeah, and even it would be cool because how each strike has its own strike exclusive gun or armor. Well, for all the old strikes that are coming here too, it would be cool if you either add new drops to get, or if they for example, like 10x, add the one gun that you get to Sepix Prime because it deals with Fallen, or something along those lines.
Well, yeah, and I think as long as they add something, it would be worthwhile. And I mean, if they were to redo Prison of Elders, they could even bring back the Elder Cipher bounties, or maybe redesigned a quest system type deal, or something like that, to where we could hunt for those 3 exotics.
So
we got ads coming in.
Yeah. Almost have a bubble.
Oh, did I really just?
Oh,
yeah, there's a
line.
trip line.
I'm gonna peek out and snipe the one on the opposite side.
Man, I keep missing on my golden gun shot, and it's really pissing me off.
I already have another bubble up. Or a bubble ready.
We should be able to get it. He's about half now, so we got one more round of majors.
Yeah.
I've completely lost my train of thought in what we were talking about. You were said something about, you were talking about your friend today and about bringing back new content.
Yeah, I was telling him about bringing new weapons in. That'd be a good opportunity for the strike exclusives, to bring new weapons in, maybe even bring back legendaries from year 1. Also, I read this somewhere, I forgot where, but how they did the Black Hammer, they brought it year 2 to an exotic. That would be cool with the Fate Bringer, if they bring, Fate Bringer like an exotic instead of the comparison with the Amargo Loop, because a lot of guns have the same stats, so maybe they
yeah, and I think I mean, they did that. Basically, the spindle is the Black Hammer of year 2, and
right.
The same thing with the Imago Loop and the Fate Bringer. I think the Fate Bringer is a raid weapon, so you have to bring that back into the fold, even if you want to rework it. Rework the perks. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because Fate Bringer is so unique in the point of just like what it does with the explosive rounds and everything that kind of went with it. And the fact that it's a raid weapon, I mean, there was people who, I mean, like me personally, I I don't know how long without getting that Fatebringer playing Vaulted Glass, non-stop every week, and just could not manage to get my hands on one. I think it was the only primary that I didn't get from the Vaulted Glass. But either way, I think if you're going to bring back content from year one, that the raid weapons have to be there. Same thing with the Black Hammer. I mean, I understand we have the Spindle, but or maybe even possibly we got
I don't have a bubble either.
Ultras or Majors coming in.
I almost have a bubble if I can get a few more kills. Alright, bubble. I'm gonna pop it right here.
Possibly even, maybe bring a new sniper or a new hand cannon into it. And,
right, yeah.
Why can't they just make a new one? And I understand that, people might be a little upset about it, but, at this point, what's done is done, and you can't really, as much as I love the Fatebringer and would love to get one, just like most, players from year one, at the same time, like you said, we have the Imago Loop, the Black Hammer was sweet, but at the same time, we have the Spindle. So, why can't they just make up new weapons and that be the end of it?
Right.
Wonder, can't remember what I got for my other Nightfalls. I probably am not going to get anything worthwhile here.
Yeah, same here. I'm probably gonna get a ghost shell. I mean, I should probably see that coming. That's happened to me last week. But yeah, this week went a whole lot smoother than last week. That's for sure. One life, not bad. So I think we talked about a lot today in this episode. So do you have anything else that you want to add? Yeah.
No, man. I think that does it for this week, and we'll obviously continue discussions on new topics later or next week. There you go. Didn't you need that?
Well, that'll be. No, I already have 310, but hey, it's a 310 exotic. I'll just use it to infuse.
There you go. Anyways, yeah, we covered a lot on Iron Banner and everything, and we're gonna wrap it up for this week. I want to say thank you for watching to everyone, and remember to hit that like button. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. You can follow Sol at the SolTitan on Twitter. You can follow me at Nick at DegenerateGaming.com. Remember to subscribe. Check both of us out on YouTube, and we'll see you back here next week for another Nightfall podcast.
Later, guys.
See ya.